Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Cosmos Atom. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, it's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. Check that out before watching this one so that you have more context. Before we get into the video, I just quickly want to mention my Patreon. So this is a great way to support me and a great way for me to give back to those who support me. We have low cap gem calls, buy and sell alerts, personal technical analysis, reviews, video requests, all that kind of stuff in the Patreon. We have 5 different tiers. We already have around about 35 posts in here. So if you decide to subscribe to my Patreon right now, you're going to get all of them unlocked immediately. All of the 35 posts. I think we have like 12 low cap gem calls. And yeah, so think of this as buying a cup of coffee, but instead of the coffee, you get a lot of useful information in 30 days that will potentially make you quite a lot of money. And that will obviously, be fruitful, right? So your subscription is going to be fruitful. I'm going to make sure your investment in me pays off. So yeah, now on to the video. Now, what we're doing over here is we're breaking a resistance line over here, as you can see. So once you break that resistance line, a good thing to do would be a back test of support. So that's what I'm expecting in the short term, right? But we can, I do apologize. Before we have this back test of support, we can actually get to a target of ours. So $48 over here is the target that we have on this Fibonacci retracement over here. So this retracement is set from the swing low in June to the swing high in May. Well, from the swing high in May to the swing low in June. That gives us the 1.272 at $48 roughly. So we can get to that target before having a back test of support at this crucial now support line, right? So it was a resistance, we broke it, it turned into support. Now on the weekly chart, you can see that we had a beautiful back test of this 55 EMA. So you can see that we got a bit overextended from the 20 EMA on the weekly chart. You came back for support because you were so overextended, because the gap was large in between the EMAs. That usually means that you will probably lose the 20 EMA as support. And the next support below that is the 55 EMA. And we've held that very nicely previously over here. And if we go back into October 2020, you can see that we held it very nicely over here as well. And, from here, as you can see, we had a nice bounce from the 55, and that's when we started moving up. I always say that having some buy orders just in case of a flash crash at the 55 EMA on the weekly and the daily chart is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, because once you have that bounce, you usually rebound very nicely over here. And as you can see, this is our third green candle on the weekly chart. We are above the 20 EMA on the weekly chart, so that's bullish as well. If we have a flash crash, let's say Bitcoin starts crapping the bed once again and goes into the 42K range price, you can see a potential bounce off of the 20 EMA, like a large wick like this one over here. So yeah, potentially have some buy orders at the 20 EMA on the weekly chart and look for a back test of support of this white trend line. So $48 is what we're looking for, and this is potentially where we can hit our head and get sent back down to that trend line. After that, we have $58.69 and $78.50 as our 1.618 target, because after you start breaking this swing high, you are looking at the 1.618 as your technical target. So we're looking at $78.50. Now, if we start zooming out and we look at the bigger picture over here, we do have a larger fib setup over here. Let me actually change the background opacity just a bit. There we go. So we have this swing low in March of 2020, which, oh my God, it was below $1. And we have our swing high over here in May that we set in May around about $32. So from here, we have the 1.618 at $269. Now, I don't know if we can get to that target. Obviously, it would be, well, it's not that far off. Let's actually look at the percentage gains from here. So that's 546%. That's still doable, right? That is still doable. And this would be, your take profit zone, your ultimate take profit zone. Obviously, we can get overextended even higher, right? Nobody knows how long this bull market's going to last. And I am pretty certain that we're going to have a bear market, right? You can't be certain about anything in crypto really, but a bear market is one of those things that you just know is going to come because we always have these repeating cycles, and people are constantly talking about the the super bull cycle or whatever. uh, it's it's still too early for that, and people are calling no more bear markets. Willy Woo is one of the guys on Twitter. He's a great he's a great technical analyst, but I just don't know why is he preaching this no bear market anymore spiel. But yeah, whatever. So $269.32, that's your kind of major target after breaking $32. We'll see if we can get there. I would recommend start taking profits a bit earlier. So $135 over here is a great take profit zone at the 1.414 on the fib. But if you're looking to hold super long term, then you don't really need to worry about any price actions like these. Also, what you do need to pay attention to is the weekly RSI. So these trend lines, these white and green trend lines, are from the daily chart. So don't look at them right now, just ignore them. But once you start getting overextended and overbought on the daily on the weekly RSI, then that's that's a little signal that's telling you that you should potentially take profits, because as you can see, each time you've been in this zone previously, you had a pullback afterwards, right? So this is kind of your major indicator. So if you're above the index of 70 on the weekly RSI, that's a call to take profits. Now jumping into the daily chart, so you can see over here, we were in this little range, right? We were in this little trading range over here, this channel down pattern. And from there, as you can see, we got squeezed, we squeezed up and we just broke out. Look at this, look at this. Look at this. I mean, the gains are pretty good from here. And I did give you some nice buy orders. I think in the last video, I gave you all 4 of these buy orders. So if you got in at any of these, congratulations. For example, if you got in at $22 almost, that's a 92% gains. If you got in at $25, that's 67%. If you got in anywhere from this yellow rectangle that I gave you, that's 55% gains. So yeah, we did go a bit below, $22 over here. We went all the way to $20, but you're never going to catch the absolute perfect bottom, right? That's why you have to have your buy orders ready and set to go. You have the bullish cross on the daily chart, so that's your confirmation of the uptrend. And yeah, over here we are having a little bit of a different Fibonacci setup. So this one is from the swing low here in September to the swing high in September as well. So from $17 to the swing high of $45. We're about to have that full retracement right now. We're about to go all the way up to 44, almost $45. After we break this swing high, you're looking at $80 as your 1.618. Okay, so this is a small version of the fib that we had previously on the other chart. Now, if we take a look at some of the oscillators on the daily chart, you're starting to enter the overbought zone, right? So now is your time to keep an eye on this RSI on the daily. And as you can see previously, when you were in the zone, you actually came back down pretty hard from there. So it all depends on what Bitcoin does next, but you can see that even though Bitcoin is consolidating and losing some of its market cap, the large cap alts are eating it, and well, not necessarily even the large caps, some of the mid cap altcoins are eating up the capitalization very nicely. So yeah, you can see that we're entering this overbought, and potentially don't take all the profits out just yet. You can start taking profits little by little as you start going up, and you just take profits little by little and dollar cost average your way out of the project. And then once you start coming back down and you get into some, and you potentially land on some support level over here, and then you can buy back in. That's just how you can do it if this is a speculative trade for you and you're not planning to hold Cosmos for a very long time. So taking a look at the MACD is getting a bit too overextended. We had our bullish cross here December 17th, right? December 17th. Let's take a look at the price action. When was that? December 17th. So December 17th was over here at $21, basically. That's where my buy order buy zone was for you, or the support level. So that's a 94% trade from this signal on the MACD. So you can see how you can use these indicators to your advantage, right? If you have a bullish cross here, you can buy. Once you have the bearish cross, you can sell because you're going to be able to buy in lower. But keep in mind, this is a lagging indicator, right? So once we have an uptrend starting, that's when you have the bullish cross, or once you start correcting down, that's after that you get your bearish cross. So this is a lagging indicator, but it's a bit more safe to have it in mind. Now, if we take a look at the stochastic RSI, you are in the overbought as well. So on the daily chart, we're getting a bit overextended as well from the 20 EMA. You can see I would like to see a back test of support. So we have $36.6 and we have below that $31.3. So those are two support levels that you want to potentially hold. Also look at the 20 EMA because we need to hold the 20 EMA as support. Before we get to the 20 EMA, you can potentially see a couple of bounces off the 10 EMA. So maybe have some buy orders at the 10 EMA. It's the blue line over here, the yellow line is the 20, and the red line is the 55. So yeah, other than that, the Cosmos chart looks very bullish. It looks super bullish for me right now. I don't know. There is no bear market right now. Bear market, hopium is the only thing that you can find on Twitter from those who are, trying to sell you the bear market, idea. Obviously, it is possible, right? We can go into a bear market at any time, but with these charts right now and with Bitcoin holding structural support, there is no bear market at the minute. So that has been it, guys. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. And yeah, let me know if you are holding any Cosmos Atom. How long do you plan to hold it? And yeah, check me out on Twitter. We do have a Telegram chat and a Discord server, as well as a Patreon. All the links are going to be in the description. I'm going to catch you in the next one.